Christine Clark here for Big Purple Couch, and joining us here today we have Bucky and Cam from Down with Webster. You guys, you're no stranger to Big Purple Couch or London. How does it feel to be back in the Fourth City?
Great. Love London. It's always a party here. It's great to be back.
Well, for sure.
Yeah, I like being at Western especially because I used to come and party here a lot back when I was in university. Good memories.
So you guys, you're starting your tour, the Win Tour number 3.
Yes, we are.
You're going to Montreal tomorrow. That's kind of a long trip. Think you're going to be exhausted for that?
We're always exhausted, but it's nothing that we're not used to.
Yeah.
And we're also really spoiled because we travel in a tour bus, so we just it's like a moving kind of house that we don't realize where we are or if we're actually going anywhere. So we just stay back there and game and like hang out and stuff. It goes by quick.
Perfect. And where are you headed on this tour? What can people expect?
Where can they expect to find us on this tour? Kind of all across Canada and the United States. We're going to be going to a lot of places that we haven't been before or places that haven't seen us play because a lot of places that we get asked to go play and we just don't have the time. So we're finally going to make our way out there and all the fun spots in the U.S. So, yeah.
And you guys have had the opportunity to go all across the world. You went to Europe. What's your favorite place to perform?
Ooh, Toronto, hometown.
Hometown,
There's nothing beats the hometown advantage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's great.
And tonight you guys will be performing in front of a bunch of university students, but it's kind of a smaller setting than last time with O Week at the huge UC Hill. What's the difference for performing for a huge group as opposed to a small group?
Well, it's great when you get to play in a place like, like a small club because you get to feel like a lot more like intimate with the crowd and you get to like actually react person to person as opposed to being kind of like, put in front of a wall full of people that you're trying to impress as opposed to like, well, I don't want to say impress, but perform for, as opposed to like, you can actually find one person in the crowd, pick them out and like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're gonna go, yeah. Pumps you up for the show.
Yeah.
And with all these students out here, a lot of people are aspiring musicians. Do you have any advice for those people who want to get to the Down with Webster stage one day?
Yeah, the only thing that I could say is do it because you actually love music and you love what you do. Don't do it because you want to try and get money or be famous because that won't happen.
Yeah.
And just keep at it. It's one of those things where if you believe in it and you really think that you have what it takes, then just keep trucking because there's been so many points where we could have stopped and given up. It's been such a long road that it's like you just got to keep going.
And for any of those students who did hear you during O Week or even when you came back to London in the early winter, how is this concert going to be different from that? Is the sound going to be different? What can they expect?
We're playing a lot of new songs that we've never played live, so I think that's cool because we get to play our whole new album that came out in October, and we haven't really done many shows since. So I think that'll be cool, and also it's always fun, like in more of like a club kind of setting like this, where it's not kind of out in the open, big kind of a festival stage. It's always we're more in our element when it's like in a club. So I think that'll be good.
For sure. And you did just release a new album, but is there any chance another one's coming? Working it in your mind?
It took us almost 2 years to finish this one, so yeah, we're always writing, we're always working, but I mean, for now, be happy with what you got, I guess.
Yeah, 3 months old. Shut up.
For sure. It'll definitely be exciting to hear all the new music that you guys have ready. And at this point last year when we interviewed you last at Big Purple Couch, you guys were just getting ready to go into the Junos to perform, and you had your 2 nominations. And the nominations aren't out yet, but do you guys have any hopes for that award ceremony?
I really don't give a shit. I don't care if we get nominated or not for the Junos. It was great that we did last year, and it was so cool that we got to perform. Like, I think that's always the biggest thing, is if we get to perform, it's great. But then again, if we don't, at least we got to. A lot of bands never get to perform at the Junos, and I'm just psyched that they had us on last year, and hopefully we'll be back in some aspect this year.
All right. And just last question, where's Down with Webster going? What are your hopes for the future for the band?
To pretty much keep doing what we're doing, world domination in a bigger and better scheme, just sustaining ourselves through doing what we love, pretty much.
Yeah,
so,
keep making music, keep having fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much, guys, for doing this interview with Big Purple Couch, and good luck with the show tonight.
Thank you.